Good evening, and welcome back to Baz Does Football. Wait a minute, South Africa are beating Mexico. No, they're not. Let me just sort out the score line before. Yeah, it is 0-0. The game hasn't even kicked off. It is pre-game. This is the first game of the World Cup. I hope you've enjoyed the build-up. Let me just turn the glamorous Mexican singing a song. Oh, big nails. Nice to see the stadium full, as you would expect at the opening ceremony. I'm not too sure how I felt about the guy coming in with the car and the fake steering wheel. It was obvious that it was a fake steering wheel. I know you're an hour ahead, but you're not that good. 1950. Good evening, everyone in the chat. Good evening to everyone. I know I'm an hour ahead, but it's never going to be 4-0. So what team? I'm drinking something that will replenish some of the electrolytes in my body after it's amazing when you go out and you're not in Scotland and you meet up with a bunch of other Scottish folk. You just go pure mad with it. Do you know what I mean? It's and that's what we did this evening. We went out around about what you would call tea time back home, and yeah, we only nipped out for we just nipped out. We didn't even nip out. That was the thing about it. Let's nip out for one, and that one ends up to quite a few. I'd have put a bet on that score. That's a sign. Don't think it's a sign. I think Mexico will win this game quite easily. It has been an interesting build-up to the World Cup. Not the craziness that the Americans may have wanted, but been very, very neutral to a normal. I would say it was a normal World Cup introduction. Although I still can't get over the guy that came in with the fake car, and it didn't even look like a car, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, nice to see a full stadium. Get your early predictions in. I am going to go with Mexico 2, South Africa 1 this evening. Mexico 2, South Africa 1. Wonder how many people will get on this evening. Oh, Danny, I'm waiting up the young lad to Tesco's, trying to not buy gin until tomorrow. I can't even remember why we nipped out. We just nipped out to the shops, I think. No, I know why we nipped out now. And then when we were on our way home, we're like, do I just nip into the pub for one? It's the old Scottish one, isn't it? You nip into the pub for one, and there's a lot of Scottish folk there, and you're like, all right. And it's amazing when you do stay in another country. You don't often meet up with a lot of Scottish people. So when you do, you just go full on Scottish mode. You know, you don't speak in that slowed down Scottish manner that you have to speak so people understand you when you're speaking English. It's all right when you're speaking Spanish because you just speak Spanish. It is how it starts, isn't it? It definitely was, and especially when it's folk for Dundee. Don't know, there was quite a few folk for Dundee, so it's all East Coasters. So you were, and yeah, it's how it begins, isn't it? Germany to win the World Cup. Will Germany win the World Cup? Oh, Germany win the World Cup. I'm not too sure about that. Mexico tonight, 3-1 in Mexico, 3-0 to Mexico. Mexico. Last time Mexico held the World Cup was 1986. Who can remember the World Cup back in 1986? It is brilliant to see the Saltire back again. It's great to see the Scotland flag back at a World Cup because it is the It's the biggest tournament on the planet. Let's not let the Americans dilute the World Cup. Football, not soccer, football. And I don't care if we called it soccer 150 years ago. It is football. It is the Football World Cup. It is the greatest show on the planet. More people will watch the Football World Cup than any American football event ever. Let's just put that out there. 3-0 in Mexico. Am I fluent in Spanish? No. Far from it. Spanish is like, see, when you have, Spanish has 17 autonomous regions and they all have their own dialect. If you think that the East Coast and West Coast stuff is Scotland, or Sunderland, Newcastle versus Yorkshire versus London, that's nothing. Spain has 17 different dialects and autonomous regions, and they all hate each other. So no, it is a very, and because I do all my work is in English, so I speak English every day. If I was speaking Spanish every day, I get enough to get by. Put it that way. It's I can hold my own in a conversation, but then when they start talking fast, and down in the Andalusia region, it's a bit like somebody from London that stayed in London in Peckham all their life, going up to Newcastle. Well, man, come on to me, man. I'm in Florida, Baz. Met some great Scots already. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm for Dundee, so it's a sign. Where's my club card? Oh, what was the 1986 mascot? I remember it. That was the best mascot ever. Tell us in the comments if you can remember the 1986 mascot. That's a good one. I can remember it. Oh, it was a cracker. The teams are out around the flags. Mexico opening the World Cup. I'm glad that Mexico, do you know why I'm glad Mexico are opening the World Cup? Because they are a true football nation. Does he more than enough in speaking Spanish? Don't let him kid you. Joseph Davison. letting the cat out the bag. Good to see the South Africa flag all over the stadium, and the Mexico flag. Now the national anthem of South Africa. No, is that the Mexican one? The big FIFA sign over the top of the World Cup. It'd be interesting to see. I wonder what nation will take the World Cup by surprise. What nation will really illuminate the World Cup? Brexit. Brexit and COVID. It's a long story, mate. It is a long story. We always wanted to retire abroad, and it's a long story. My dad, when I left school at 15 and a half, I went to. We've got a couple of minutes to talk about it. I went to stay in Spain with my dad, who was a musician in Spain at the time. He went on to spend 14 years in Tenerife, so I'd kind of always been looking to go to Spain. 95, I went to Ibiza on a 2-week holiday and never left, and stayed there for several months. And I was always wanting to retire there, but due to Brexit and COVID, kind of pushed things forward. That was the Mexico anthem. Oh no, that was the South Africa one. And that was the The one of Mexico. The crowd will go mental at this one, surely. And we always want it to be around about 3 to 3.5 hours travel away from the UK. Ha ha ha! Dun, 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 dun. I will be behind on this one. Can't see them kicking off right on time anyway due to all the singing and stuff. Let's get them. Mexico, Montes, Reyes, Gelado. I'd like to name off some of the players for these teams, but I don't know any of them, so no point really. We'll just wait till the game starts. Mexico are supposed to be rapid. Let's hope so. Bass guitar. He was a guitarist and lead singer. Guitarist and lead singer. Helicopters over the stadium. Let's not hope that it's black. Oh, there's the first advert. There we go. Just as the game's about to start, the Americans get adverts in. Here come Ice. Yeah. Here come the adverts. This is going to be a very trying World Cup. It's going to be a very trying World Cup because the Americans are going to want to get in as many adverts as they can. Do I think I'll go live for a lot of games? Yes, Michael, I'm planning to go live every day throughout the World Cup on this channel, particularly because it's nothing to do with the other channel. So yeah, I want to try and go live at least once a day, just to try and see if we could find a really good player. And I'll be honest, I've never been interested in the World Cup, but I'm more in for, will there be a shock at this World Cup? Honestly, what's with the adverts? The game starts. There's it back on. This World Cup is going to drive me berserk. The game's going to be delayed and delayed and delayed, and music playing in the background, and it's like, mate, do you know there's a game to be played here? The Americanization of the game is unbelievable. BBC, no ads allowed. Yeah, could always go to the BBC. I think Mexico could go to the semi. I thought South Korea was 2 a.m. It's bloody 3 a.m. Is this the VAR station? Yeah, there's three men in the VAR. Nice to see. Mexicans throwing their sombreros. That's not even sombrero. They're not even allowed real sombreros into the game. It was paper sombreros. That's disappointing. Because if you're Mexican, you want your real sombrero into the game. They were throwing paper ones. Feel disappointed for the Mexicans. Oof, a 35-year-old Mexican at his 4th World Cup. What a legend. 4 World Cups. Yes. No worries. And the game's about to kick off. A new formation from South Africa. It's very interesting, the TV coverage. And God, I've managed to find a channel that has Ali McCoist on it. Jesus, help me. Mexican player looks way taller than his South African counterpart. Oh, it's the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper for South Africa is the captain. Well, there we go. They weren't even letting people take water in. Oh, that's no surprise, is it? Yes, the Canada game should be good tomorrow. Hopefully, we will be watching that. See how the little people, refs, and there's team going into the huddle. Mexico going into a huddle. Interesting. I would have loved to put this on another channel, but you get a lot of people complaining. This is nothing to do with. Leave this all about this. Let's just get the. Tell you, that's a camera angle and a half right on top of the huddle, wasn't it? To be fair, Mexicans are all really small. Diego Maradona lifted the trophy into the skies in 1986, didn't he? And that's it. We are off. The first game of the World Cup 2026 has started. And let's see. I wonder how long it will take for the first goal of the World Cup. Mexico versus South Africa. Mexico versus. Put a wee fiver on Mexico. Sometimes the first game in the World Cup can be a bit of a damp squid because the teams are set. Well, there's one. South Africa setting up with 5 at the back. Yeah. So South Africa setting up with a flat back 5 straight away, killing the game. First game in the World Cup, and we're going all low block. Great. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means that Mexico will have a lot of the ball in this World Cup. If you're bored of this, the Scottish Cup versus Dunfermline versus Celtic is on Premier Sports. Imagine putting that on when a World Cup is on. The first game of the World Cup. Right, let's get the World Cup up on the big screen. As they say. Mexicano. The TV just jumped there. I think I just lost 20 seconds somehow on the television. South Africa playing it really conservative and safe in the opening minutes of the game. Are they going to try and build out from the back, or? And I don't think South Africa have been over the halfway line so far. No, they've not. And they're still not. What is wrong with South Africa? They just don't want to pass it over the halfway line. Mexico are giving them plenty of space, and South Africa are just passing it around the back line. Back to the keeper it goes. Again. And there we go. Oh, it's going to be one of those games. The stadium looks unreal. Yep, it's a fantastic stadium. Hope so. Mexico score first. Mexican jumping beans. Us. Now, this should be interesting. There's one thing, nobody's broke a sweat yet. Fixing already. Do you think it is? That is an impressive stadium, isn't it? That's got what one. It's got one tier, and then it has a corporate section that's on 3 levels, and then it has a further 2 tiers above it. Don't get stadiums like that in Scotland, do you? Never mind Scotland, in European football. I mean, what's the capacity? That was woeful. Can't have the host country losing the first game. Well, I don't know about that because the first game in the last time that Scotland were in the World Cup, they never started the World Cup. The first game of the World Cup was Brazil versus Scotland. Brazil because they were champions at the time, and Scotland because they were just unlucky to draw Brazil, as it happens. It was a bit weak that shot though, wasn't it? It was plenty of space. That midfielder. No, he doesn't hit it right. 85,000. Wow. Get it out to that midfielder. Ah, that was the wrong ball, man. Mexico are sitting with 3 midfielders right on the edge of the box when they get any. South Africa have finally got the ball over the halfway line. 87,000. Wow. 87,000. Mexico keeper kisses the ball. First touch of the ball. I tell you one thing. I think it comes off his ankle, doesn't it? More than anything. Looking for lots of goals in this World Cup. And maybe an unearthed Mexican player that can maybe come to Scotland and play. Aztec used to hold 105,000 back in the day. Just don't get stadiums. Well, the new Barcelona stadium is going to hold 105,000 once it's completed. One, two, three, four. Why South Africa just keep going to this flat back five? Two up front. Back four. That's a back five, isn't it? Jesus. No, I've not heard the radio tonight, so I'll wait and see what he says tomorrow. Corner to Mexico. I do like the Mexico top. It's a cracking top. We've seen it today, actually. There's a guy walking down the street with a Mexico top on. Let's get this fan blowing this way. I thought it was going to be a corner. South Africa seem to have been pushing up now, playing with the two defenders, pushing the fullbacks right out to the wings. It's like they're playing a 4-4-2. How long before the wave? Guess the minute. Is that a cam on the ref's headset? Yes. In some football countries they do. In Spain they do it as well. The referee has a headset on where the camera, a bit like what they do in rugby. And there we have it. We have a goal, 1-0 to Mexico. It was coming, wasn't it? I mean, South Africa have been sitting so back. Can't deny that Mexico have been the team on the upper hand, stealing the ball from the defender and then just smashing the ball in the back of the net. You've got to say, South Africa were asking for that to happen. Somebody said, "Has it been a fix already?" The fact that Mexico were going to score. South Africa sitting with 5 at the back, playing against a team like Mexico that can pounce on mistakes. That guy scored 31 goals in 33 games for Brendan Rodgers' team. Well, there you go. That's not what I wanted to hear tonight. What we have. That was a massive defensive blunder. I mean, the keeper passing the ball out and it goes right between the keeper's legs. That was the worst of it. That is right between the keeper's legs too. Keeper. 1-0 to Mexico. I better change the scores. Jesus. See, because I've got to do this all myself. Fucking hell. 9 minutes to get the first goal. 9 minutes to get the first goal. It is Mexico. Well, it's a one-way traffic now, isn't it? Will South Africa even get out their own half? Talent against size. Well, the Mexicans and all South Americans are all kind of small people. And I can only say that due to the fact that there's a lot of Colombians, Mexico, there's a lot of South Americans in Spain, and they're all tiny. Just shows you. It is some headset by the referee, isn't it? It's like a headband. That one was his last goal in this tournament. Buzz burst already. Had Jimenez to score first. Well, there you go. The oldest manager ever in a World Cup game. Tell us his age then. The oldest manager ever in a World Cup game. It's like Mexico are playing 3 at the back. It's an interesting formation. South Africa are playing with 4 at the back. Mexico just seem to push their 2 defenders out and then allow the holding midfield player to come in to play 3 at the back. Push the full-backs further forward. There's one full-back playing an inverted role. Interesting. Do you like seeing these different tactics from different nations, especially when it's football you don't see every weekend? And does he keep the ball in? Is that a corner? I think it's just time now. The ref's full-time job is a gynecologist. I think it's now you put a bet on what will be the final scoreline with Mexico scoring first. Wasn't the best, was it? The right back's normally a centre back, so he tucks into the left back and bombs forward. Interesting. Hence the reason that little Mexican from Bournemouth hadn't made the team then. You'll see the game dying a death at this point, won't you? I put two teams to win the thing outright. I have a gambling addiction by the end of each game. What teams have you put to win the tournament outright? I think there will be a European team and a South American team in the final. That's my prediction. European team and a South American team in the final. Where is the final? The 19th of July. Where's it getting played at? Refcam. You see some of the pictures from before the game kicked off. It wasn't. The stadium wasn't full a good hour before. My outsider is Mexico and Argentina. Argentina, Spain, or France, Brazil, vice versa. I backed Germany 14-1, always there or thereabout. There was a time that Germany got to pretty much every. There's the go. There's the cameraman. There's his first job. Find one of the most attractive women at the World Cup game and get her jumping about. And then tell the studio and we'll get her on camera. You gotta love FIFA. Most sexist organisation on the planet. Do you think they'll do the same for guys? Oh, come on. Seriously, don't start that. It looks like from the Stingray puppets. He does that, doesn't he? You've put 20 quid on Scotland. 20 quid on Scotland to win the World Cup. South Africa trying to have a go here. Holding midfield player going back into Mexico's back line to give them a back five. Shows you the way that they're spread out, both teams. There's the first yellow card. That will be one for the geeks out there. Who was the first person to get a yellow card in the World Cup in 2026? Oh yes, that was the little Mexican. No, sorry, South African, and his name was. 17 minutes into the first half, and it is Mexico. Uno. Mexico 60-61. Argentina 9-1. I'm certain France will win. Best team by a distance so far. I think that the France Senegal game could turn into anarchy, especially what's going on in France just now. the French won't know what team to support, because French is made up of Senegalese and Senegal is made up of Senegalese. Could be an interesting one. Wayne Rooney said that we would get to the qualifiers, the quarterfinals. Is he drunk? I done a pod with Ryan Christie. Not bad to watch. He done a yeah, get who you're talking about now. Rooney done a podcast with Ryan Christie. You cannot back your own team. It's kind of lost its momentum, the game a bit, isn't it? The South African defence is all over the place. Positional wise, they're just a mess. Slowing the game right down. Go on, here we go. The Mexican player's touch is phenomenal. That's what you like to see. Players that pass it right into the feet of other players. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! France 0, Senegal 1, opening game of the 2002 World Cup. You can read that wrong. Read it. I'm Scottish. Ye canny. You can't not back your team. Unsure who my team is, to be fair. Brazil will toy with us. That's not saying anything. I think Brazil will toy with Scotland. There's one thing for sure, there'll be quite a few people who'll make quite a few quid off of betting in the World Cup. Not that I condone betting in any manner. But if you do it safely. Mexico sitting with a flat back four. South Africa have pushed three up front. It's kind of leaving the midfield open, aren't they? Mexico just so good in defence. Is that a foul? No, I'm not setting up for the South Korea game. Bugger that. Yeah, I bet there'll be loads of people who will lose money on the World Cup betting. Referee telling them to calm the down. Here comes the first hydration break. Yes, more adverts. 104 games. Doesn't matter where they're being played, will have a hydration break. And will it be... Will they call it when the ball's out of play, or will the ref just go, well, that's it, game's to stop? Cafu. What a player he was, wasn't he? Should be any minute now for the first break, I would have thought. I'm going to do my own Mexican wave in a minute. Right, let's start the first Mexican wave. 1 point, it's 24-hour coverage, literally 5 hours sleep. That's if you watch every game. Can South... It's a bit like men against boys at this point with South Africa, isn't it? Another yellow card. Second yellow. Mexican player booked. Well, that'll go down well for people that like betting. 2 yellow cards in the first half. 1-0. 1 goal. We accumulator on the line. See if South Africa can do anything from this. It ruins the game, doesn't it? Bloody hydration break. It's a hydration break. It's adverts. It's nothing to do with hydration. These players play in these countries. These players are from Mexico. They play in this heat. These players are from South Africa. They play in this heat. Spain plays its football at 9 o'clock at night so that it's cooler. You have to get the right moment for the adverts. It's ridiculous. We all know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? I find it astounding that the demand that people that are used to playing football in these temperatures for 45 minutes without any break are now told that they need to stop for a water break. And it kills the rhythm of the game. Completely kills the rhythm of the game. I mean, look at all the players. They're walking off as if it's half time. Do you know, it completely just... What an epic stadium that is. I understand it for the Peely Scots. Well, back in the day, I've got to say, Scotland went over a week early to acclimatise, and that's what football clubs do, football nations do. For World Cup, back in the day, when Scotland used to go to the World Cup on a regular basis from 1978 onwards up until the 1990s, there was never the need for water breaks. You went over a week early. Some teams went to a high-level training camp to make sure that they acclimatised. They went to a high altitude. They used to call it go to a high altitude training camp. And the worst of it is that they don't stop the clock. If they're stopping for these breaks, just stop the clock. It would just make everything a lot easier. Just say, oh, you're going to play 4 quarters. No, that's American bollocks. Yeah. A player's name is almost shithole, I swear. We'll have an earned brew break. This stops the momentum for any team. If you want a drink, take one at the point. This is an advert. It is an advert break. Of course it's an advert break. We all know what it is. Don't know. It's time out. It's time out. Can't do anymore, mate. Y'all come over. Y'all come over. Yeah, right. I can't do an American accent. I'm not going to do an American accent. But it's pathetic. It's not what the game's about. You know, you've got some guy with a suit talking to the keeper. Hey, happening, dude. He's just walked down off the terrace. I'm going to go and talk to the keeper because I've got a suit on. I've got a suit and a tie and I look important. I'm just going to walk right down onto the pitch side and talk to the keeper. And nobody will say anything because I've got a shirt, suit and a tie on. And here we go. We get the game back underway. Finally. Maybe it's I don't if Maradona was alive, it would be fantastic because you would get Maradona running to the side and going boom, straight back on the pitch. Don't know. He'd be like, where's my man with my wee bag? Who's got my bag? Who's got my bag? Maradona then can just doing his thing into the back of the net. The Yanks must have got ads. We didn't, thankfully. And we didn't, but the USA will have got their ads. They'll implement this quarterly crap all over Europe. That's why they've done it in the Champions League final. No, I think that they did it in the Champions League final just to get everyone used to it for the World Cup. I cannot see it happening. Could you imagine a World Cup, a Champions League final in Glasgow, and there's a break for the heat? Nobody's buying that, are they? Nobody's buying it. You need to stop. I mean, could you imagine if the Champions League is in Norway or something, or Sweden, Germany? You're not stopping for a heat break in any of those countries anytime soon. Anyway, the game is back underway. It is 29 minutes into the game, and it is still 1-0 to Mexico. And it's killed the rhythm of the game. The South Africans have went back into their flat back five. Mexico are trying to stretch them. Oh, there you go. Go on. Go on. Shoot. Oh, you missed. South Africans sitting with 6 in the box. A drunk Ronaldinho. Fair play to him. I'd be drunk there too. I'd be drunk there too. Yeah. If the American and FIFA could get away with it, they would have a break every time the ball goes out for a corner. Yes, they would. Been in the jail, Ronaldinho. Nothing wrong with that. He may say. Depends what it was for. Tax evasion? Here comes. No, they're going back ways. South Africa are going back and back and back. I'm really not expecting much from South Africa, to be fair. They are playing 2 up front, but the midfield is completely missing because they are playing 5 at the back. Going to be a long evening. I think he's lost it. He must have more than lost it if he's been in the old jail, as they say. Average duration 3 minutes 37 seconds. Folk are just coming on and going, "This is shite. I'm off." Need a couple more goals for half time would be handy. I don't think you're going to get a lot of goals before half time. You may get one from Mexico. Mexico are now resorted to playing a long ball forward. It's going to be hard when you've got 5 at the back for South Africa. Mexicans look well prepared. I think this would probably be an easy game for Mexico, to be honest. I don't see South Africa's up there with one of the bigger football nations of the world. It's where Mexico. Gary Lineker needed a shit break versus Ireland. Can you remember that? Where he sits down on the pitch and he shit himself. Oh, they have a corner. South Africa have a corner. Jesus. That's going against. That wasn't meant to happen. They are playing a really weird formation, South Africa, aren't they? Seems to be 5 at the back, the midfield, and then 3 up front. With one forward attacking central midfield player. That wasn't a corner. It was offside. Oh, there's the first wave. 33 minutes into the game. 33 minutes. Who had 33 minutes? 33 minutes and the first Mexican wave has taken place. 33 minutes. So if you're a betting man and you bet 33 minutes for the first Mexican wave, you have succeeded this evening. Thank you, Joseph. So they've got 4 up front at this point. That was a crap ball. That was terrible. That was a terrible ball by South Africa. God, they all look bored, don't they? They look up to the executives in the leather seats and they're like that. Go and make sure I've got 2 bags at half time because this game's pish, man. Right? No, 2 bags. Yep. Yeah, I'll probably do one with just 1 line, so make it 2. That stuff goes on at the World Cup. Can you remember when Diego Maradona passes the wee bag down to somebody in front of him? Ain't no shit's given. He's like, oh mate, try this stuff. It's banging. Banging. The water break screwed up the bet bars. Yeah. Because we don't know the actual times now, don't we? Here we go again. Oh, good save by the keeper from South Africa. South Africa. South Africa. Good play from. Yeah, they should have stopped the clock for the water break. But then, if they stop the clock for the water break, everybody will go, it's just like American football. This is just American football with a crazy vast ball. Mexico with a throw in. Yeah, I know they stopped for a water break and the people haven't even broke sweat at all. Let's put it on the big screen over this way so I could face the camera. That's a good picture for a change. Mexico just aren't getting out of first gear, are they? Mexico's had 6 attempts at goal, 2 attempts on target. South Africa have had no attempts on goal and no attempts on target. In Mexico City. "15 days." There you go. Yeah, the game, it was always going to do that. When these water breaks will completely kill games. The urgency of the game will be knocked out of it. This is my prediction for the World Cup. Teams will go through the motion the first half. You've got the water break. They'll go through the motions for the second half, and then once they have the final water break in the 70th minute, 74th minute, or whatever, and then teams are just like, right, let's go for it. Come on. A lot of teams just pacing themselves out in that heat. Mate, it's Mexico versus South Africa. They are used to this heat. The Mexicans play in this heat. South Africans, they play in this heat too, funnily enough. Don't know. Let's absolutely hate the quartering of the game. It is nonsense, isn't it? At least South Africa are good at rugby. Yeah. It's a good save by the keeper though. Anyone heard this chant, this US chant? It's the greatest chant in the world. What is it? What is the chant? Even the fans are a bit. I don't know. It's not a great atmosphere. I mean, you're expecting the players to get up for it, and I suppose it's always going to be the case when you've got over exuberant prices for World Cup games. You think that South Africa are just waiting to the last third. Don't start calling it the last third. Surprised the gringos never turned up in their sombreros. Gringos are foreigners. I don't think Mexico are trying to kill the game. They're the one team that are. Yes, I did watch it, and it was. I watched 7 minutes of it and then turned it off. I'll watch the rest tomorrow. Pretty much nothing interview, is it? Saying things that should have been said 2 weeks ago. The chant is silence is golden. Yeah, it is that. So there is a new. If it's not a yellow card and someone gets injured, the guy that's injured automatically has to leave the pitch. Mexico are now playing with three at the back against three from South Africa up front. And you could see the drone. Well, it's not the drone, is it? It's the camera that's on a cable. Shows you that the sun is right above them. One 0 40 minutes into the game. Mexico 1, South Africa 0, the opening game of the World Cup. It's not a game that you'll remember for a long time. The shape of the South Africans is terrible. They've got 3, 4, 5 man in defence again. God, if you thought Scotland were bad, watch South Africa. That was a cracking save. The shorts on YouTube is getting ripped. Should have been 2-0, shouldn't it? He's offside, isn't he? I think he's offside. Offside if that goes in the back of the net, it's ruled off. Just shows you that Mexico, when they decide, don't know, we're just going, I just want to get this game won, mate. Another one. Nope. Go off! Jesus! How did that not go in? Pushed. Oh, that was what a chance. The referee must have a camera on his chest. Yeah, the ref cams like they have in rugby. In American football, I think. I don't know if they have it in American football. We definitely have it in rugby. South Africa leaving themselves ripped open in the midfield here. Diagonal ball. Nobody there for Mexico. Comes a diagonal. Nope. No, it's going to be a corner. Corner to South South Africa. South Africa. I think I'll go to bed at 11:30 and get up at 2:45. Lol. There's no way I'm getting up at that time. Especially when we both work from home. It's just tell you there's some amount of camera folk around the outside of the how was it? Some amount of journalists, photographers around the outside of the pitch. Never seen anyone selling hot dogs yet. Take it because it's not in America. They don't do that in South America. Will they do that in America? And they get the guy coming around with a hot dog and Coke. No, just a wee bag, mate. Just, imagine running about the Scotland game. Who wants some Coke? Yeah, aye, got 5 bags up here, pal. Getting pure mad with the football. And then the guy comes up with Pepsi and it really confuses them. Stuff watching games in the middle of the night. We'll get the highlights somewhere. The highlights will be on the next day at the normal time when people get up. I can't even do this time of night. Never mind 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it's 10 p.m. with me just now. Shouldn't have had the beers with all these Scottish folk before the game. Oh. Now we've got 4 minutes of extra time. 4 minutes of extra time. Just to really get us all excited. 4 minutes added time. God, it's going to be a hard one, this one, isn't it? Thought I was going to get more on than this, but what's going on through there? Mexicans sell Coke. The ref is counting down to throw in. There he is, that. Imagine someone opened a chippy. Remember Macron and chewing gum? Macaroon. You're talking about macaroon bars? Jesus. God, gee. I think we might have seen one of the worst teams in the World Cup tonight being South Africa. Going to be honest about this. South African going mental. Should have been a corner. Who's going mental? All of them. He'll not be missing. He'll be hiding somewhere. Eh? Well, I'll tell you one thing, 4 minutes of added time due to the fact of a commercial break. It's going to be a long watch, this World Cup, isn't it? South Africa haven't been the best, very defensive. Mexicans kind of played. That was. Just past the post. Jesus. That was unlucky from Mexico. Mexico should have been 3-0 up. He does, doesn't he? Jesus. Should have smashed that in the back of the net. He fluffed that, didn't he? He's not getting a move to Spain anytime soon. Mexican boss is going mental. Tell you one thing, it should have been three up half time. You just went to the loo and dropped your crutches on your foot. And that is the break. How did you manage to drop your crutches on your foot? This is going to be really, really hard, these games with this nonsensical, crazy water breaks when it's countries that do not need water breaks. You know, South American teams, Mexico versus South Africa, two nations that play in these kind of temperatures on an ongoing basis. I think that the FIFA have completely sold out the world and made it for health and safety. You need to have a water break. Yeah, you don't, mate. It's pardon. I don't understand the word you're saying. You sound Mexican from here. Anyway, surely we can't be this bad. No, surely Scotland can't be this bad. There's one thing for sure. I think Scotland would be a little bit better than South Africa. So Scotland could do quite well. I'm on a red wine break. I'm on a no alcohol break. Yeah. Get a catheter. Get a catheter. Jesus. I had more than enough alcohol before the game even started. Due to all the Scottish. So tell me what your thoughts are on the first half of that game. Mexico played pretty much the way that I expected Mexico to play, to be honest. Up the pace when they need to. Cracking shot from range. Should have been 3-0 up going into half time. Maybe the Mexican players are being brought down to a level due to the fact that South Africa aren't that good. South Africa started the game within the first 2 minutes playing with a flat back five. Just asking South Africa is asking Mexico to come on and have a go at South Africa, and it's kind of been one way since then. It's not been the epic beginning of the tournament that you would wish, would it? But yeah, surely Scotland can't be that bad. If it's raining or snowing, or forbid snowing, do they stop in Canada? I don't think they would get snow in Canada at this type of year. You can get quite hot up in certain parts of Canada, but yeah. There will be places where it will be played at normal European temperatures. Mexico are good, but not taking their chances. No, they're not. Like I say, it should have been 3-0 for Mexico. No alcohol for 18 years now. I went through a phase in 2019 where I abstained from alcohol for a number of months, and I've got to admit, I felt fantastic. And fair play to you, Celts for Life, for abstaining from alcohol for 18 years. You must have a body of Adonis. I'm already sick of Aunt Sally saying, "It really is. I really am." Yes. Yes. It's only the first day. The first day of the World Cup. Why am I putting myself through this? Have you lost a cat? He'll be hiding for you. Do they have a water break in Spain? No. No. They don't play football till 9 o'clock at night. Sensible. And even then, at 9 o'clock at night, it's still 24 degrees, 25 degrees. In the winter, it's obviously cooler. And they play it a little bit earlier, but majority of times they play their football at night when it's cooler. Should America be doing that? Well, America can't have all these football hooligans and nations run. What are you doing? He's not there. He'll be under the bed in the bedroom. And no, but they don't have water breaks in Spain at all, which is phenomenal. But anyway, needs to pick up the second half. It does that. It needs to pick up the second half quite a lot. They sleep when it's hot. That's a myth. The older generation do in Spain. They have the siesta, and it's fantastic because all the shops close. But they start at 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? They'll get in and get work done before. One of the players is called Shithole. Wow. Wow. Oh. One of the players is called Shithole. What a rather unfortunate name, eh? You would love a player like that to come to Scotland, wouldn't you? There's a South African coming to play for Cowdenbeath, and he's called Shithole. For anybody that comes from Cowdenbeath, it's just a thing. They sleep when it's hot. It's a myth. No, it's not a myth. The older generation, I sleep when it's hot. I take my siesta. Damn right, I take my siesta. It's part of the tradition. Do you know what I mean? You have your big lunch, whatever, and then you go for a snooze. And then you do some work later in the evening. It's a fantastic life. They've got it well sussed. But the thing is they eat when it is 10 o'clock at night during the summer. Don't know, they're not having their tea. Whilst you go out, when you're on holiday, you're like, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Gone for our dinner. And everybody, the Spanish are looking at you like, what? It's not even tapas time, mate. It's you should still be down the beach at that time of night. But no, if you're from the UK, you're going for your dinner at 6 o'clock. Sweat's dripping off you, dripping into your eyes, sweats in your eye, and everything. Oh, fucking sweat, man. And then you're wondering why you pass these Spanish restaurants, and there's queues at the Spanish restaurants at 10 o'clock at night. Shithole, Dutch fella. Is this now, John, hope you're good. You know I'm from Cowdenbeath. I know you're from Cowdenbeath, mate. I'm just saying it's the only place that I could think of. Okay, I'll say Burnt Island. There's nothing wrong with Burnt Island. See, then I've got the missus gone. What about Methil? Methil. We'll go for Methil. He's going to play for East Fife. I take it back, Cowdenbeath. He's going to play for East Fife, and his name is Shithole. Do you know what I love about are they actually in America? Roy Keane in America. Surprised they let him in. Oh, surprised they let Ian Wright in. Have you looked at Ian Wright's social media? And Ian Wright got into America Well, just shows you what money can buy. Because if any of us had the social media, of Ian Wright, there is no way you would get into America. Not a chance. Not a chance. But anyway, you could have picked methyl. I did pick methyl. Snap. There we go. There we said it at the same time. Methyl. Methyl no more. The bullfights are awesome. They don't kill the bulls. They do in some parts. I'm just reading a comment, darling. They do still kill the bulls in some parts of Spain. In some parts. Just saying. Anyway, Mexico 1, South Africa 0. Yaya Shithole is his name. You are kidding me on it. It is not Yaya Shithole. Oh God, it's going to be a long evening. A long evening. So much for me thinking I was going to get all this watch hours on this video. It's not happening. We had shite playing for us. Yes, we did. We had Rafael Shadid. They're dirty and they're smelly. They haven't got a telly. They're the Methyl family. They're dirty and they're smelly. They haven't got a telly. They're Methyl family. There you go, John. It's how's Kev anyway? You seen him lately? You probably see him more than me. You speak to him more than me. I'm loving that. I'm loving the high class adverts that you're getting. Tesco's, Microsoft, all these big companies that are going to pay millions to the Americans because America owns the rights to this World Cup. There you go. Can Scotland get out the group stages? I would say this is the best chance in my 54 years of Scotland getting out the World Cup group stages. Can Scotland get out the group stage? Haiti, Morocco. I think that a lot of the Scotch, a lot of the Scotland fans seem to be underestimating Morocco. I think they are underestimating the Moroccans. That's the one game that will be the slip-up game. I think that Scotland fans will be thinking Haiti. It should be an easy win. Hopefully 2-1, 3-1, 3-0 maybe. The Morocco game. Don't take that. I would watch that one. It's going to be. Spoke with him through the week, bud. He says he's going to see you next week. He's going to see me next week. No, he's not. Unless he's on about James. He's not seeing me next week. That's for sure. Unless he's not told me about it. Because I'm not going home. Unless somebody's not told me about it. But no, he's not going to see me next week. And if he's coming here, he's not told me. I've got TSN, Coca-Cola break adverts, and McDonald's. Well, there you go. We now have Google Gemini adverts. Google Gemini. Now we have some American car. No, it's just showing the World Cup. Oops. If he's coming to see me next week, he's yeah, like you say, he's getting his own way from the airport. I don't think Brazil are that good. I think they'll have a better chance a point against Brazil than Morocco. Oh, that's an interesting one. Scotland to beat Brazil. Can Scotland get revenge? Was that Alan Carr? Why is Alan Carr on an advert waving about an American flag? Ah, there you've got. You've got Ian, right, doing adverts for the World Cup. That's how we got into America. ITV is normal. I don't think Brazil are as good. I think we have a better chance of getting a point versus Brazil than Morocco. That would be a turnaround for the books, wouldn't it? Scotland to get the result against Brazil. Revenge. Oh, it's ITV. That's what it is. Are the ITV guys just sitting? I mean, I take it that's New York in the background. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it looks like New York, isn't it? In the background. I mean, are they just sitting watching it on a big screen? It's a bit windy. They're sitting outside. Over job. If we get 3 points and -1 goal difference, we have an 88% chance of getting through as a third team place. Ian Wright does have the biggest glasses on television, doesn't he? I mean, they are proper old school glasses. They're like milk bottle bottoms. Some pad that the pundits are saying, I hope it pishes down. Yeah, hopefully a storm or two. Ali McLeod is in Blackpool. So there we go. Ali McCoy's in the Aztec. Jesus. Welcome back in this stunning arena. And half of the United Kingdom cannot understand a word that Ali McCoist is saying during this first opening match of the World Cup 2026. I'll tell you one thing, I must be mad doing this. Absolutely mad. Third place is the playoff place. Oh shit, forgot to start it. Start the clock. There we go, that'll do. How is that not a goal? Jesus. Oof. Two chances in the first minute. Honestly. Should have been 4-0 to Mexico by now. God. The ref cam with his meta glasses. Unbelievable. Another shot by Mexico. Hello. Oh, shit. Exact same mistake as the first half, but they never scored. God, what happened to the camera? Look all right. God, I need to turn this fan on. It is boiling tonight. Talking about the heat in Mexico and America, it's still 27 degrees here. There we go, get that fan on, get some air. 27 degrees at 10 o'clock at night here. That is some stadium, isn't it? Is that a big empty area? Looks like there's 4 sections empty. Like South Africans never got into America. Or Mexico. Oft. Shot for range. Does anyone think that Scotland will score a goal in the World Cup? Yeah, I think so. My prediction is Scotland to score 4 goals in the 3 games. That's my early prediction. Score 4 goals and be unsuccessful. I think we do have the players for it. What are you doing? Who's the other one? Any other nation? Give me up. Go. First red, and it's a shithole. Whoa. Interesting one. Well, that's a penalty all day long, isn't it? Yeah, straight away, penalty. And red card. That'll kill the game, won't it? Where's the other one? It's a free kick. It's not a free kick, is it? Yeah, it's a free kick, isn't it? It's outside the box. What they always tell you as a striker, though, cut across, because the defender, the momentum will take you out. Do you know, it won't be deliberate by the defender, but the momentum will completely take you out. Will this be a goal? First red card of the World Cup goes to a South African. The first booking of the World Cup goes to a South African. There's one for your hub quiz in the future. Should be an easy win now for Mexico, surely. That angle makes the box look massive. The TV camera angle from the Americans, and the keeper looks tiny as well. Can they get a goal here? Edge of the box. Put your name down in history, lad. Off the wall. Terrible. Oh, what was that? Oh, I've not been funny, but the guy on the edge of the box, that should have been in the back of the net. It's not a red. Why was it not a red when he was the last man? It was a red. Did he get sent off? Yeah, it was a red. He's been sent off. Yeah, shithole has been sent off. Yeah, shithole. Yeah, shithole. What a name. Yeah, shithole. Sent off. Can we do cards on this? Score. One red card to South Africa. That's just going to kill the game. Yeah, it was a red. I've got it up on the screen now. The red card for South Africa. Kind of got the midfield sitting back as well now. I never seen him go off either. The camera never showed him going off, did they? They just kind of seen the ref going for his card, and then they never showed him flashing the red. Maybe they did. But anyway, he's off. Exciting stuff, as they say. Can South Africa do anything in this game? They're still in it. It's only 1-0 to Mexico, which is good from a South African perspective. But South Mexico are sitting with a flat back four and then three in the midfield. And they're playing a 4-2-3-1 by the looks of it. Oh, they're playing two up front, aren't they? No, they're playing a 4-1-2-3. Mexico. And I was right. South Africa are playing 5-3-2 formation. And Shithole, who was the holding midfield player, has been sent off. So South Africa are still playing with five at the back. What a weird formation. Because they're getting run ragged in midfield. Crazy. Substitution from South Africa. 4-3-2 formation is that they're going to? 10-second rule. You've got to race off the field. It's the Americanization of the game, isn't it? What happens if you don't get off in 10 seconds? Honestly. All these new rules that have been brought in just to suit America. Mexico are just stealing the ball off of South Africa, aren't they? South Africa getting the ball back. Foul. Little kick on the shin. If you don't get off in 10 seconds, then the opposition striker gets a free throw at the net. Away and fling. Surely that doesn't happen. No believing that. If you're not off in 10 seconds, it's a corner. We have a free kick for Mexico. God, there's no way I'm going to manage to stay up for these games at night. Not a chance. I'll be like a zombie at the end of the World Cup. A month watching, doing watch-alongs. I'll be like a zombie. It's not the best of games for the opener of the World Cup, is it? It's been quite... Yeah, it looks piss bored. Top man at FIFA. He's like, oh, I'm counting down the days till I go to jail for fraud and all sorts of stuff. It's, just doing one Mexican wave there. So, yeah. Only 104 games to go. Do you wonder? I wonder if there's anybody doing like a mammoth 104 game watch along. Fair play to them if they do. It's like a testimonial game or a charity game. It is that, isn't it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Jesus. I wonder how many games I'll get into this, and then I'll be like, oh, I can't do any more. And it gets better once they get rid of the first round, and then just get to the cup of tea. Don't think I'll miss much. Nope. Not in this game. Although I went to the loo last night when I was sitting on the sofa watching the Malaga game, and what happened? Malaga scored. We do seem to have a lot of late games compared to others, I think. Good. If I don't do a watch along, you force me to listen to Sally. Oh, Jesus. Don't know what's worse, to be honest. Don't know what's worse. The average view duration of people been on tonight is only 4 minutes. I've been here for I don't even know how long. I've been here for an hour and 40 minutes, and it's telling me that the average duration of people watching tonight is only 4 minutes. Should the Tartan Army copy the Mexican wave doing the Braveheart? By Monday, you'll have given up. Nah, I may have piles by then, or I'm going to have to get a new cushion for this seat, one that has aircon in it, and I'm all stiff. So yeah. Oh, Jesus. We'll wait and see. It was 1-1 the Malaga score. Malaga are through to the playoff finals against Almeria, which is fantastic for Malaga considering they were down in the third division at one point, having rebuilt their system and using youth players. Baz, did you shit to the loo, my darling? Nope. No, it wasn't a shit, mate. It was just a proper... You can tell the game's doing nothing. South Africa are still passing it around the back like they've got the extra man. They don't have. They're a man down. And Mexico are just retaining the ball. answer, you had £5 on it. On Malaga to get through. There you go. I would have thought get a gel pad cushion. You can stick it in the fridge, freeze my ass off. Yeah. Oh, he never even touched his head. How can that be? He never even touched his head. Honestly, get up. Like the striker that Almeria had. I think he went to Sporting Lisbon. Well, it was a 1-1 draw, but they went through because Malaga won in Las Palmas away 1-0. They went through that way. I think even if it was a draw last night, um, oof, or if Las Palmas, if it was 2-1, I still think Malaga were going through because of the way that they do it here, goes on position. The cameraman just always picks out like really nice women, don't they? It's just such a World Cup thing. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. The fans are starting to get a bit boisterous and pissed off at the game, I think. Tell you, get one of those gaming seats with a built-in massager. My missus would tell me to sleep on it all the time. I've got an adjustable desk. Oh, I could stand up. Sometimes do stand up. Yeah, Malaga would have been through if it was a draw. Oh, 65 minutes into the game, and it is 1-0 to Mexico in one of the most boring first games ever in the World Cup. It's more like a friendly than a competitive game. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's not the best. Mexico making a change. 17-year-old. Wow. 17-year-old playing for his country at a World Cup. 1-0 up against South Africa. I tell you. Go on. That was too easy, wasn't it? Right through the middle. Mexico are they're just taking the piss now, aren't they? They're just, whenever they want. Oh, it was easy. Too easy. Too easy. Too easy. 2-0 to Mexico. I got the score the wrong way around. Oh, that's the wrong one. First ever World Cup goal! Mexico! 2-0 to Mexico. That's it. It's done and dusted, isn't it? Now we get some noise. It's because they went to 4 at the back, South Africa. They'll be reeling for the fact that they got a player sent off. If they had 5 at the back, maybe put a bit of pressure on them. But cracking header. Cracking header. Golly, this guy. Guy getting it selfies on the phone. Hey, this is fucking too low. Cracking. Now let's see a real Mexican wave. Come on. I'll start it from here. God, there's quite a bit of that top tier. Looks as if it's emptied. Oh, here we go for another water break. Jesus. Unbelievable. Just kill the game altogether. Little bit of excitement, a little bit of noise. No, nah, we can't have those. Can't have those soccer fans enjoying themselves. We need to have a commercial break now. They need to sit back down on their seats. Know what I'm saying? Jesus. Loving the ref cam. South Africa all having a little bit of a team talk. Mexico is just warming up now, then a water break. Yeah, exactly. Did you know that Mexico City is 14 Black Pearl towers above sea level? Don't think that really bothers them, to be honest. But there you go. Interesting fact. Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. Mexico. Jesus. Now this is just going to add on to the extra time. Every single game is going to go on for around about 100 minutes now. Because if there's any, well, will there be any injury time? Should have got a bit of pizza at half time to tide me over. The average duration is still 4 minutes 14. Folk are like, I'm away, man. This is gumph. Game has restarted, even though they didn't stop the clock. See if Mexico can get another goal. What does that do to the table that Mexico are in? I wonder. I tell you, they love their tannoy announcements, don't they? The Americans. Stats of the game. Mexico has had 15 shots in total, 5 shots on target. Mexico's only had 57% possession, 395 passes, 89% pass accuracy, 7 fouls, and 1 offside with 1 yellow card. South Africa have had 3 shots in total, 2 on target, possession of 43%, 288 passes, pass accuracy of 84%, fouls 8, yellow cards 1, red cards 1, and offside 1, and 1 corner, whilst Mexico has had 3 corners in the game. Then Mexico do also play South Korea and Chechnya. So that'll be interesting to see how that group ends up, with South Africa currently bottom of the group with a -2. -3. Is Mexico getting unusual weather? Don't think so. It will be It's rainy season down there, isn't it? It's coming up for winter time in the southern hemisphere. Here they go again, though. Can he do it again? Oh, is that a penalty? No? Oh, will VAR even look at this? He's onside. Ah, come on. I suppose it is. He gets in front of him, doesn't he? Hmm. Just. Just. As in hot. Um. I can just picture Beaton running around with a GoPro on his littles. This is true. Nope. Mexico City, they're having a little bit of rain today. It's that time of year. The best month to visit Mexico City are March, May, and November, which is when it's cooling down, coming out of their summers. I say this time of year in the southern hemisphere is they shouldn't be getting rain. Well, I'd say that well, at this time of year, I'd say they would be. Where's Chris? Because it's southern hemisphere, isn't it? Czechs versus Chong. Yeah. Hmm. Go on. Go on. No. Solid defending by South Africa. Give away the foul. Hmm. More changes for Mexico. Big ovation for this young lad that came on. It's kind of in the sort of middle, isn't it? Mexico's kind of just goes across the equator, doesn't it? 86 World Cup was boiling hot. Yeah, totally. I don't know about Mexico. Why do I want to know about Mexico? Doug's wanting it. They have rainy seasons, don't they? I know they've got a big border, a big fence going into the States. Wasn't California owned by Mexico at one point? And it was stolen. No, it was sold. Sold, wasn't it? It's above it. There you go. It's above it. There you go. Just shows you the size of Africa then. Just saying. Huge. Oh, Jesus. Oh. 78 minutes into the game, and I'm first game in, and I'm losing the power, the will to live. 78 minutes. And the live win probability is 99.7% Mexico, draw is 0.2%, and South Africa win is 0.1% chance of them winning. Is the match boring? Yes, Brian. It is boring. It's 2-0 to Mexico. There's another change coming in for Mexico. Mexico have made, I think that's all their changes that they can do. South Africa went to a back four. They did start the game with a back five. Oh, gosh. There's no chance of me doing a live every night. Not a hope in hell. Oh, once the games have sorted out the wheat from the Weetabix, it'll get better. Yeah, it's been a damp squid of our first game though. From a Mexico perspective, Mexico fans will say, "Brilliant, 1-2 now." You know, you got to get the points on the board, as they say. Puts them top of the group, a group that they would expect it to win because Mexico have got a free reign. South Korea, Chechnya, and South Africa. South Korea would be expecting to finish second in that group, I would say. Chechnya third, South Africa bottom, and Mexico. I think it will just be whether Mexico gets a full load of points. God almighty me. Yeah, it's the breaks that are killing it, isn't it? Breaks killing the game. Oh, there's a shot from South Africa. The player's down. Referee's looking at him. Will the referee tell him to get off the pitch with this new rule? Oh, you get rugby tackled. What? What's the ref doing now? Why is the ref going into the? Most Mexicans have Celtic signed that you would need someone to carry them. Well, there's some Mexican hats though. Mexico will be one of those teams that will get to the later stages, but I think that this game has just been. Is this I'm going back to this Phil? This is I'm going back to this Phil. Jesus God. This is the one that this is the one where the player went down. Is that a hit to the face? It's not a red card. It's not a ref. It's not a red card. Why have ITV got a woman referee talking about the game? An American woman referee. What is he doing here? He's telling everyone to get away. The camera's now zooming out as if it's went to the other end of the planet. You can't see what the referee's saying. Red cards? What the fuck? What? What the? What? This? What a shambles! Wow. And it's now 3-0. Wow. Why? I'm looking at the Google. Google is saying, I need to get this screenshot. I need to show you this because this is weird. The score is 2-0, as you see, but look at this. 3-0. 3-0. But the score's 2-0. What is going on here, Google? Why is this? Look at this. 3-0 to Mexico, but it's actually 2-0. Is this a fix? That red card was absolutely unbelievable. It's not 3-0 yet. I know it's not 3-0. But look at this. It says 2-0 up here, 85 minutes on the clock. 2-0. Oh, they've just changed it. Wow, did you see that? Holy shit. They've changed it back to 2-0. They've changed it. What is going on? Oh my goodness. That was weird. That was unbelievable. Another red card. That was terrible. Terrible decision. 2 red cards for South Africa. 2 players less that they'll have in the next game. He's sacked it now. It's 4-0. Yeah. Unbelievable. I mean, I didn't. You seen the player go down, but it was never a red card. Honestly. I think the Mexican deliberately backed into him and obstructed him from getting back into defence. I don't think it was a sending off though. Honestly. What a funny old game. A funny old night. The Americans not knowing what's going on. That red makes Scottish refs look like they're good. Yeah, it does that. South Africa may as well go home now. Unbelievable. That will be the headlines tomorrow. First game of the World Cup, and the referee sees it there. Come on, the referee's right in front of it. The referee was told to give him a red. He slaps the other guy's face. Come on, I've seen worse than Scottish football, and it's Jesus, unbelievable. There we go. It is what it is, isn't it? It's been a good occasion, says ITV. I suppose it's been a good start for Mexico when you look at the result, but I don't think it has been a great game. And I think that if you think that was a red card, there's going to be a lot of sending offs in this World Cup. I'll tell you one thing, it will definitely get Scottish football and English referees looked at with a microscope going into next season, if that's the kind of thing that they're going to call as a red card. The 8th best third place teams. Can Scotland finish second in their group? The biggest stage, the biggest dreams, that is the World Cup. And tonight it looks like South Africa have had the biggest nightmare in the opener of the 2026 World Cup. Oh, the game's been terrible, mate. It's not been a great advert for it never is. Don't know, these games, the early games are teams trying to find their feet, and then once you get into the second game, and teams that will make it through to the next phase, that's when you start to see the good games starting to come into it. But is the World Cup too big? Is there too many teams? There'll be more than 2 minutes plus added, Ali. Jesus. There'll be at least 6 minutes added. Ali McCoy said 2 minutes extra time. Not a chance. At least 6 or 7 minutes extra time in this game. Just to bore the death out of us. I'll go for 6. 7 minutes. Well, there you go. 7 minutes. Jesus. Suffering. Another red card. No way. Right, told to get up. South Africa going forward. Oh. Oh, he goes straight for it. This card's happy, isn't he? How is that a red card? Wow. 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 Three players sent off in the first game of a World Cup. It's not a red card. That is not a red card. That is not a red card. Last man. Goal scoring opportunity, suppose. Jesus. I think that's the last refs, the last game that this ref has in this tournament. Unbelievable. I am gobsmacked, to be fair. Can South Africa do anything in the last 5 minutes of this game? And the referee's just trying to make a name for himself, isn't he? 10 against 9. South Africa. There we go. The keeper has the ball. The refs wasted a pish game. It's the whole Scotland team would get red carded. The wood with well, this is a game that will go down in history as one of the most bizarre openers to a World Cup. It had it's had three red cards, 2 goals, and some really bad football from South Africa. Stewards coming out in force. Got the amount of stewards around the stadium now. Will that stop the Scotland fans going on the pitch? Of course it will. Oh. Well, thank you to everyone who has joined me this evening. There's only a minute and a bit to go in this game. The quicker it's done, the better. Football as you know it may rest in peace. Football as we know it is the beautiful game. This will be the first World Cup where it will not be a beautiful game, with stoppages every 15 minutes for water and all the other nonsense that's going on. It's unbelievable. There has been how many corners? There's been 3 corners for Mexico. There's been 1 corner for South Africa. Shots on goal, there's been 15 throughout the game, as the game is just finishing now. 15 shots on target for Mexico. Is 15 shots in total, 5 shots on target. Possession was 61%, passes 538. Pass accuracy was 91%. Fouls, there was 12 fouls, 1 yellow card, 1 red card, 1 offside, 3 corners for Mexico. 4 shots in total for South Africa. 3 on target, 39% possession, 341 passes, pass accuracy at 83%, fouls 11 by South Africa, 2 yellow cards, 2 red cards, 1 offside and 1 corner. And thank God that this Jesus. Sunshine. Game over. And thank goodness, because I've got to say that's a game that I don't want to remember lightly. I thought it was woeful, to be honest. Let's stop the game. Thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you to everyone who has joined me this evening. There's been over 1,600 on this live tonight. Thank you, and I mean that. Thank you to everyone who has joined me on this epic, epic, epic. What a shit show that was, wasn't it? I shall see you tomorrow, where we can have a look at everything World Cup, and maybe even talk about where the World Cup goes from here. Because if that's the way that the World Cup is going, if this is the way that the Americans ultimately want the World Cup played, we're in for one of the most boring World Cups ever. And I'll see you all in the next video. Good night, Angie, and everyone else on the channel. Jesus, God help us all.